So this next particular technique is a rolling Kimura. It's a very dynamic technique. It's kind of counterintuitive. Generally, when we learn to do a somersault, we're rolling over the same side shoulder as the leg that I have forward like this. We all know that we just do a forward somersault, tracking like so. But for this particular technique, I'm going to be rolling over the opposite side shoulder. I'm going to grip the wrist like so. The best thing that I could recommend to you for practicing this is simply just practicing that roll that you've just seen over and over again. Or even need a partner. It's good to get it into your muscle memory so that your body gets used to it. So, my opponent is in the seated open guard right here. In order to get him pressuring into me so that I can get the space that we all know I need to lock up the Kimura, I'm going to use the thumb post right here, pushing him back. As I feel him pushing back into me, I'm going to roll. Lock up the Kimura like this. We know what we do from here. In this particular Kimura position, if he starts to get up, he would slide that shin in, keep his hand glued to his chest, throw in my second hook, my top hook, flare with my Kimura, throw in my second hook, and crystal ball his head right here into back control. My opponent's in an open seated guard. I'm going to thumb post on him, pushing him back. As I feel him come back into me, I'm going to roll. Locking up the Kimura like so. I'm going to get perpendicular. From here, depending on his reaction, I can do all sorts of things. I can post on the head and come over to Kimura side control. I can step over the head and come into my north-south Kimura and go into all sorts of different submissions from here. Arm locks, back takes, etc. He's in a seated open guard. I'm matching head level with him. Thumb post on him, pushing it back. He comes forward. And lock up my Kimura. Get perpendicular with him, depending on what he does. If he starts to roll and get up to his base, slide that knee in, keeping his elbow flared and off the ground, keeping his hand glued to his chest. I throw on my top hook. Here, using my frame with my arm and my hook, I roll him back over to our opposite hip, crystal ball the head, and I'm into back control like so.